This is the third video in the series of Final Business. Let's move on, but just first have a quick review. You have now chosen the person or persons who will be your power of financial and healthcare managers. You have completed your healthcare directive. And by the way, once you've done that, did you get a copy to your primary care provider? Also your local hospice, have one in your family that the family can find in an emergency. If there is a short form available in your state, such as what we have here in Oregon, it's called a POLST, which means Physician Orders for Life-Sustaining Treatment. Please fill this out. We in Hospice must have this. Put the POLST or your short form on the refrigerator or a visible place such that first responders like paramedics would be able to discern your wishes in an emergent moment. Okay, now we will move on to reviewing a last will and testament. This is a written set of instructions that specify your detailed requests. It assures that your assets and property will be distributed according to your instructions. If you don't have one, there could be potential conflict for your family. A will performs these functions. It specifies who are your beneficiaries, those people who will receive the benefits of what you have at the end of your life. It minimizes the taxes. It very importantly appoints a guardian for any minor children. It names and appoints the personal representative that we've already talked about to handle your estate according to your wishes. It finally also establishes your personal legal residence. It does this because if you're a person who dies without a will, this is called dying interstate. Each state has laws that decide on how the property is to be distributed. Interstate succession refers to the order in which the next of kin inherit the property. Usually the spouse of the deceased is the first in order, when the children being second, but this can vary from state to state. So now you can see why it is so important to have a will. So you get to decide, not the state in which you live. Moving on. Sometimes this can be a difficult discussion emotionally, and that's to consider funeral planning. It might be a hard subject to bring up with a family, so make it clear, matter of fact, so your family, you don't want them to have to second guess what you wanted when they are grieving and vulnerable. Generally, this entails deciding how you want your body to be handled after death. These days, there are many choices, even beyond just standard burial or cremation. And depending upon your religious beliefs, there may be special traditions that need to be arranged for. Beyond that, consider your wishes after your death. Do you want a memorial service? How about a celebration of life? Perhaps no service at all. Or perhaps you don't care and you want to leave that decision up to your survivors related to their own bereavement needs. If you do want a service, perhaps you want to have a choice in your favorite songs, music, readings, or poetry that you want included. I happen to be a modern dancer, and in caring for one of my patients who was also a dancer in life, she asked to have me dance at her memorial service. It was very special and quite a moving honor. Although it might seem a stretch, some folks choose to participate in writing their own obituaries. This ensures the family has all the important information, including names, dates, places, and the achievements that make your life unique. All funeral homes have outlines which can help the process. Then, consider organ donation. If the death is expected, you can participate in whole body donation, where your body will be used for research or educational purposes and later cremated. This eliminates cost to your loved ones. Make sure again your family knows your wishes. In researching for these videos, I came across a couple of other things I hadn't ever considered. Consider writing a letter to the family. This is separate from your last will and testament and might include your desire for a service, body donation, any wishes to distribute special possessions to family or friends that aren't included in your will. Like perhaps you had a special painting, it was treasured and it was chosen with a very close friend and you want them to have it. The last one I want to mention, I'd never heard of, and I found it really moving to consider. And it's called an ethical will. And this is a written letter or document that bequests your values, your beliefs, your ideas, and your personal reflections to your family members and friends. It can include your spiritual values, your hopes, life stories, words of love, even forgiveness or apologies that you weren't able to say directly. Ethical wills are a Jewish tradition. They can be short, simple, long, complicated. There's no set formula, and each one is unique. Simply pick up your pen or your phone or your laptop. Start talking, typing. Many people who are currently walking with a terminal illness share that writing an ethical will helps them to accept and confront their coming death in a healthy way. It provides a sense of control and closure and can open doors to healing and forgiveness. It sounds like a wonderful gift to the people you love. That's all I've got on the final business before death. Hopefully these videos have helped to focus us on what we can do now before being in hospice care. Or if you're in hospice care and there's time, do it now before the death. In the next videos, I'm going to mention some of the tasks that will be left to survivors taking final care of business after the death. Please join me. Always get our booklet. You can go to our website, the Hospice Care Plan, and of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Hospice Care Plan. Watch our videos, watch our blog, write in your comments and questions so we know what you need and we can keep supporting you. And always remember our motto, care is treatment.